not always about investing in property. It's about creating cash flow. It's about starting businesses. It's about feeding families. It's about living your why, living your purpose.
Standing here today feels like a full circle moment, a moment that honors not just an award I received, but a journey that reshaped my life, my leadership, and my vision of impact.
I don't think that there is a single one event which captures the imagination of an investor like an event like this.
I want to see people gain confidence and actually be able to invest in properties and really gain a meaningful impact in their lives and be able with confidence to come out and invest and get more involved in the economy and create opportunities for themselves.
We're so honored. It's such a privilege for us to continue our partnership that we have with SEPN. We are so proud to be able to see some of the achievements that we have had tonight.
Today was so impactful for me as we launched because we saw different levels of winners from the previous Investor of the Year, from beginners, from newcomers, from youth up to big leagues. For me, it's an inspiration to those that were fearful in entering Investor of the Year.
I want to encourage everybody to enter for the 2026 Investor of the Year and just see how your story can be told to the rest of South Africa.
It is phenomenal. The stories that we hear today, and it's so inspiring that this platform helps entrepreneurs to leapfrog into new opportunities.
I encourage you to really come in and invest and really enter into Investor of the Year because it can really change your life. Just go ahead, take the plunge and get in and register.
The stories of the winners has been awesome. It's inspiring, and that's exactly what SEPN is about. We are very proud to be associated with SEPN as a company, and we look forward to many, many more collaborations moving forward.
Since my journey with SEPN, I've been on a growth path. I have met a lot of people who are also willing to invest in my deals. I have had doors open for me, more opportunities, and I just love being a part of the SEPN community.
It was fantastic to listen to the amazing stories that these category winners and contestants shared with all of us. So this is a fantastic journey.
We are so looking forward to 2026 Investor of the Year. We want to see who's going to take away all the prizes and who's going to be the main champion. So please get your entries ready and submit.
Guys, what an evening here at Villa Bianca, the launch of 2026 Investor of the Year. We have partners, sponsors, previous entrants, even future entrants entering. This is such a great initiative for all South Africans in the property space. So I urge you, take that next step into Investor of the Year, build your profile, because remember, credibility meets opportunity. It's not always who you know, it's who knows you.
And it's that time once more, ladies and gents, Investor of the Year competition. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, actually, everyone, and welcome to more round one judging for the Investor of the Year 2026 competition. I'm super excited to be with you all, and today is going to be a special edition of the competition where we are in preparation of Mother's Day coming down in May. We thought it would be awesome to have a full ladies judging session from judges to contestants to also encourage participation of females in the property sector. But I'll talk about that a bit later on. Please do like the video, comment, and subscribe to our channels. Those of you watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, please do drop us a follow. But a bit about myself, ladies and gents. I am Daniel Kazadi, a property developer in my own capacity. But for the conversation this afternoon, ladies and gents, I'm going to be one of your judges for the Investor of the Year competition. So please do, in the comment section down below, I know there's a few people that have joined us. Let us know where you are watching us from. Are you in the cold, like I am right now down in Joburg? It is quite chilly. Are you in Cape Town, in Durban? Let me know down below where you're joining us from. But as stated, ladies and gents, what we are here for is the Investor of the Year, the IOTY 2026, with the overall theme where credibility meets opportunity. And it's not always about who you know, but who knows you. This is the 5th edition of the competition that we are running. We started in the year 2018, where the overall winner was none other than Cape Town based investor, Mr. Robin Booth. whose deal was focused on short-term accommodation. And 2019 was the next edition where Mr. Dana Bonsai, down from PE or Bloemfontein, pardon, won it with an amazing student accommodation opportunity. 2021 competition close to all of our hearts, where it was Mr. Darren Francis that ended up winning the said competition down in Cape Town with a phenomenal story. And I'll encourage all of you, ladies and gents, if you did not catch the Beyond the Deal podcast where we had Mr. Dan Francis, I think it was episode number 3, please do catch it. One of the most inspiring stories you'd hear out there. And then 2024, it was none other than Patricia Chitema, and she was the first female winner of the competition with a phenomenal student accommodation deal down in Naturena as well as Pretoria. And ladies and gents, now we are all set and geared towards the 19th of September, where you get the opportunity to be a part of the competition. Number one, as just an attendee. So every single Thursday we go live. So either with a podcast or with round 1 judging, where we judge individuals and you get to be part of the journey from the beginning towards the very end. So in terms of categories, ladies and gents, we've got a whole list of categories that we have from beginner, intermediate, big leagues. Those would be consistent from the previous years. To subcategories, namely Rookie, Rising Star, Youth in Property, Women in Property Award, Community Impact, Township Investment, and Innovative Deal Maker, with a new range of categories that is Reno Under Pressure. That's one of my favorites, where, ladies and gents, for instance, you've got a bill of quantities from your QS that it's going to take you R1 million to do the renovation, but you only have 400,000 Rand and 600 or 600,000 Rand to do the project. So you massively do like overexposed because you do not have enough cash. So if you've done a deal and not compromised on quality, you can enter for that tenant rehab award, best short-term deal award, and then the SAPIN Member of the Year award, which was debutized by Mongezi. So ladies and gents, you can enter the competition. We are still taking entrants until July. I think that's where the cutoff period will be for you to enter for round 1 judging. So please scan your QR code or visit us at www.investoroftheyear.co.za. Either you, or if there's someone that you feel should be an investor, you can nominate them to be part of the competition as well. So ladies and gents, moving right along, because like I said, the goal of this session is for more round 1 judging. We've got 2 phenomenal ladies, Ntabi Singh and Lolo, that will be presenting their opportunities to a panel of expert judges that I will be presenting shortly. But before we do that, ladies and gents, a massive thanks to our headline sponsor for the competition, Absa Bank. They are going to be the headline sponsor and help and walking this Investor of the Year journey together with us, because they want to hear all South African stories, whether you are buying properties and it's your very first one, or you're an experienced developer. Ladies and gents, Absa Bank wants to hear your story, and come join the competition and let the rest of South Africa hear your story as well. So prizes, ladies and gents, going into 2026, the 19th of September, the headlines prize, the main winner of the competition, will be winning a cash prize of 100,000 Rand. Cash, sponsored by the SA Property Investors Network. And this is the biggest prize in Investor of the Year history. So if you are not going to enter to tell your story to other individuals and inspire other individuals, do it for the money, ladies and gents. And there's nothing wrong with it. A special thanks to Zwasush with Mr. Mulalo and Patricia Chitema, that will be giving away, ladies and gents, the entire attire that the judges will be wearing on the evening, as well as a luxurious handbag to the overall winner. If you do need, number one, ladies and gents, a trusted and reliable tailor, please reach out to us and we will put you in touch with the team. Or if you need to manufacture beds for your student accommodation, they also have an entire division to manufacture beds as well. There's more prizes, ladies and gents. The overall winner will get a weekend away at Baku Bang Bush Lodge, a luxurious weekend away where you and a loved one can get a weekend away as well. And that's not all, ladies and gents. If I do spend time name dropping all the sponsors, we're going to be here for a while, but a special thank you to all the other partners and sponsors that are going to be walking the journey with us. And I'll talk about how you can also be a partner for the Investor of the Year a bit later on. In closing, the admin and housekeeping, ladies and gents, we are having, starting from about next week on the 7th of May, we are coming down to your local towns and cities for Investor of the Year roadshow. So we're starting in Nelspruit. We're coming down to Pretoria. Nelspruit will be there 7th of May, Pretoria the 13th of May, Kimberley the 27th, Bloemfontein the 28th of May. That ends the May roadshows. And then we're coming down to Durban on the 10th of May, Cape Town on the 24th. And to wrap it all up, we are having 2 more events in PE, Port Elizabeth on the 8th of July, and then Johannesburg to end it off on the 15th of July. So please, ladies and gents, if you are based in one of these cities, we're going to come down live in person. Please come say how's it. If you're not, you can attend the sessions as well. We're going to be live streaming them. And if you want to enter the competition, we'll be having round 1 and round 2 judging in person. But ladies and gents, once more, please do drop us a like and comment to the video, and let us get started. I want to introduce our judges for the actual event today. I'm going to bring them up one by one. And the first judge is Estiani Marks, who's the Business Development Executive at Lightstone. So I'm going to bring her up. She's going to introduce herself. Lightstone being a partner of Investor of the Year. Estiani, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I hope you can hear me and see me well. Can't see myself.
Perfect. Yeah, we can hear you. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. So I'm Estiani. I've been with Lightstone now for the last 10 years, but I've always been in property my whole life. So for me, it's a big passion, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what some of the entrants have managed to achieve. And I wish all of you all the best of luck, and enjoy the journey.
Thank you so much, Estiani. So, ladies and gents, our next judge is none other than SAPN alumni and a big believer in participation of women in the property sector. It's none other than Marisha Robos. Marisha, how are you doing?
Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you again. Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm one of the people that nagged women to enter, and my mission before the last Investor of the Year was to make sure that we had a woman winner, and then we had Patricia. I also nagged a lot of other people to enter who ended up winning. So, ladies, good luck, and let's do it again.
Hey, that's beautiful. And the last judge, ladies and gents, that will be on with us is none other than Colette, who is a local resident, and you all will be familiar with her. But for people that do not know you, Colette, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Colette Swegers. I am a conveyancer from Bruno's Mawa Attorneys, and I'm very excited to be here. Just a quick background on myself. I've been in the property and conveyancing industry for about 21 years. I was also at Nedbank Property Finance for 4, where I worked on the JSE listed team. So I'm actually quite looking forward to today's entrance, because we are talking about mothers, and the fact that we've got 2 ladies today is just absolutely exciting.
100%, 100%. So, ladies and gents, those are the 3 judges that will be judging the 2 investors shortly. Like Colette has mentioned, this will be a judging session like no other, because it is all centered around female participation in the property sector, and it's going to be all female-led event. But I think without further ado, please do keep participation, and if you've got any questions for the judges as the audience, you can drop them. If you have any questions for the actual contestants, you can also drop it in the comment section down below. But let's move to our first contestant, ladies and gents. It will be none other than Intabi Singh. The rules and of the competition, ladies and gents, all contestants get 10 minutes to go through the entire presentation. So Ntabi Singh will have to go through her entire presentation from in 10 to 15 minutes. And then after the 10 to 15 minutes ends, we are going to come in and the judges will have their questions. Ntabi Singh, over to you. When you want to go to the next slide, just you can let me know. Huh?
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. This is Ntabise Masitela. I am a property investor. I'm a developer. I do all things property. I do student accommodation. I do Airbnb, and I have lately I started as I'm a property fan, so I do everything property. So today I have entered with a property unit, and this is going to be in Northwest Hartbees. And this is, here I have combined a low-cost development, something that is going to give you that's going to deliver fast, that is immediate income, and also generation to a whole lot of products. It's something that you can use on Airbnb, that you can use on student accommodation, that you can use as a home. So this is what I've entered in. You can move to the next one. Daniel. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, Ntabi Singh, we can hear you. Hey.
Oh, thank you. Can you next slide, please? So I have taken a shipping container, and that shipping container I have actually converted it into a unit. So you can see in the middle there of the picture is where we were putting the insulation onto the container, from the insulation to make sure that it can withstand the conditions when it's cold. It's cold, it's warmer, and when it's warm, it gets cooler. So that is the container, and if you can see, the final picture is how the container is looking currently, and I'm busy testing the container myself, so that when people say it's like this, it's like that, I actually know what they're talking about. You can move on to the next one, please. Okay, so the container, before I start with the numbers, as a property investor or developer, sometimes you find yourself overexposed where you cannot go to the bank to either ask for a bond or for a loan. So I had to think out of the box, think of something that I can do myself, because I still have to continue growing my portfolio as a property investor or developer. So the container was easier because buying the container was 48,000, and this is a 12-meter container. And then the renovations and the material that I used on the container was can you hear me?
Yeah, still can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that. 104. And at the end of the day, we have spent, I have spent 152,000 on the container. So this container is going to be used for Airbnb, unique stays, which is something that is in demand, and it's going to be placed in a place where you'll have like a river view, and then it's closer to things like your Lion Park, Lesedi Cultural Village. So it kind of give you that uniqueness because it's a container. At the same time, you are surrounded by nature. The next one, please. Oh, before you go, sorry. So if you were to rent out this container, the unique stays are going between 2,000, 2.5, 3,000, but I took it at the lowest when you're thinking maybe when it's not performing, 80,000 rand per night. And I said, if you were to have 15 nights on a container, you'll have your 15,000. Obviously, minus you're gonna take out your running costs because you still have to have cleaners, even though there's gonna be borehole and other things to try and stay off grid, but you still have to have cleaners, and it's still a bit of electricity for the pump for the borehole. So once you've taken out all those running costs and you check how much you've spent to build the container and how much you're going to be making at the end of the year, you see we come up with 71% ROI. Thank you. The next one, please. So one thing that I want to also stress about the container is it's one of those things that you can move from one place to another. Should one place not be working, maybe you realize now the market has gone down here and I want a high demand, you can actually move it from one place to another. So I'm saying this because where I did the conversion, the container was in Benoni in one of my properties. But once it was done for me to test it, I took it. It's now in Remseg where I'm busy testing it. But at the end of the day, the container is going to Northwest in Hartebees. I'm still obviously working on making the road there, putting the services in place and all that. So once all that is done, the container will go there. That's where it's going to be operating as an Airbnb. Next slide, please.
Yeah, I think that's the end of your slides, huh?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is Ntabise Masitele.
Okay, no, thanks, Tabiseng. So I just want to bring the judges up. Firstly, congratulations. I know the judges have a whole list of questions for you. So I'm just going to open the floor. Judges, anyone that wants to go first regarding Tabiseng's opportunity, you can go first.
Okay, so in the beginning, I lost connection a little bit with you. You said the purchase price was 48,000. Can you just
Yes.
quickly explain that part for me?
Yes, the purchase price was 48,000. That is buying it. It's a 12-meter container, so it was buying it and also transporting it from where I was buying it to the place in Benoni where I was doing the conversion.
Okay, and then the place where you've replaced the container at in Harties, whose property is that?
The property is my property, and I have a business partner in the property. The container is not there yet. The container is currently in Remsag because we're still working on the road there, the fencing, the borehole. So once everything else is done, then we'll take the container there. At the moment, I'm busy testing it in Remsag to feel how it is when it's cold hot, so that I actually know when people complain or say anything about it.
I must be honest with you, I like the innovative thinking because there's definitely a movement to use containers as a living space, especially with the Airbnb. Uh, question with regards to obviously, it's an agricultural land with farmland that is in Harties right now.
Yes, it is an agricultural land, but if you can remember, Airbnb, most of the time we don't have to change the zoning on it. I mean, I was doing it in one of the units in Port Alfred. It's just a 2-bedroom residential unit. There is somewhere where I was doing also in Clarence. So you never really have to have the correct zoning for Airbnb. Only if it was going to be used as something like your student accommodation and stuff, then you have to obviously take it to either commercial and development. So because it's Airbnb, you can use it on any property. It does not really have to be under a special zoning.
Okay. Does anybody other ladies want to jump in before I take the stage again?
Yes, I have some questions. On your costing, so I also didn't hear your presentation on the first 2 or 3 slides. I only heard what you said on the last slide. So on your first slide where you say deposit or funding structure 0, so you paid cash for all of this?
I paid cash for all of this, yes.
Okay, and then your valuation or sales price, where do you get that from?
So I have contacted a whole lot of companies that do containers, and the cheapest was 250, asking them to give me the same spec of what I've done. So the cheapest one was 250 on a 12-meter container.
Okay, so I couldn't really see what is in this container?
Okay, I think
All I can see is a bed and 2 couches.
yes, you're not seeing the other part where is the kitchen. So it is
Oh.
a unit where you have the bed at the end of that side, and then the middle is the couches, which is like your small living area, and then you would have the kitchen, and then you would have the bathroom. I could send maybe a video that has everything to.
Okay, so what is in the bathroom?
In the bathroom, it's a shower, it's a toilet, it's a big cabinet, and the shower is also spacious. Normal
Okay,
shower room.
Okay, so my problem with this, Daniel, if you can just go back to the previous slide, please, is that you've got a cash flow or profit. So to me, there's a difference between cash flow or profit. And I'm concerned about whether you've actually made allowance for all the costs. Because, for instance, how do you connect the toilet, like in your Benoni property? How was the toilet connected to the sewage? You spoke something about, I heard something about borehole water. Has the borehole water been tested? Is it being purified? Is the water that you are giving the people in the container as per SANS code 241? Then if you in Rijmsig now, same questions, and when you move to Hartbeespoort, the same questions. You've got to be careful about the comment that the zoning doesn't matter and you can do what like for Airbnb. Things have changed a lot. And if you have an agricultural piece of property and, there are some legalities and some restrictions that come with that. And being on an agricultural property, again, my concern is where's the sewage connecting to? Where are you getting electricity from? What water are you using? That type of thing. I'm also concerned about heat and cold because we use containers on site-to-site offices, and in summer it's a sauna, and in winter you freeze. So, what are you doing in terms of that?
Thank you, it's the container in Benoni. I was just doing the conversion. Now the container in Rijmsig, it's connected. All those things that you're talking about is connected on a borehole. So this is me testing how it works and everything. And
okay, but is the borehole water purified? Is it filtered?
There is a filter that is connected, and you are also welcome to actually come and see it. And when it comes to electricity, there is electricity that I'm using for a pump to use to pump water into the container. But the lights I'm using solar, and then when it comes to the cooking and stuff, there is a little bit of electricity, 2 plate for electricity, 2 plate for gas. So, and when it comes, what was the other question?
The other question, well, I'm still concerned about the water. Sorry, I just unfortunately know a lot about borehole water and things like that. You know that you connected, you say there is a filter. A lot of people think a lot of people have this wonder filter. You wonder what it takes out. And especially if you're going to be on an agricultural land, have you tested the borehole water? Have you got correct purification in place? That is, that's very important, especially on agriculture, because if you're going to get people, if people are going to become sick from the water staying in your place, you are going to be in big trouble, number one, okay? Then your electricity connecting with just an extension cable or whatever, that brings in a whole lot of other issues, fire damage and things like that. And what are you doing in terms of insurance?
So when it comes to electricity, we're not just connected with we have the whole DB, the whole cable coming in, because like I said, I needed to test it. So it is wired like a normal house, and everything is in place. The water of the borehole, I have never really tested it, but like I said, we have that. We are using, what do you call this now? Sorry, but I am gonna take an initiative after this, because we learn every day. I didn't know that you have to test the water. I'm gonna go and do that and test the
You're
water.
welcome to contact me and I can guide you on that.
I will do that. Marisia. And
Awesome. I think just one more. Estiani, do you want to maybe come in? Any questions on your side?
Yeah, look, I mean, the one thing that I was just thinking about, Tabi saying, is that you're seeking or you are projecting a cash flow or profit. I agree with Colette that it may be two different things, but you are projecting a cash flow of 108,000. And you did make mention of the fact that you've worked on almost like a 15-night occupancy. So are you projecting a 50% occupancy rate? And, what is your sort of target market? Where do you anticipate obtaining those clients from? For your specific scenery that you're trying to set, the sort of the bush belt in the front of a river, water features, those kind of things. So have you considered where you would be able to obtain that 50% occupancy?
I hope I heard you correctly. I was struggling a bit, but I think you were asking if I have considered if I'm operating at 50% occupancy. So I have used the values of the areas around, the Airbnbs around. Like I said, they go between your 2,500 to 3,000, because these are unique stays. So, but I took half of that. I took 1,000 rent, and I worked on 15 days. So of the 15 days, it's 15,000, and obviously minus 20-30% for your running cost, and then this is where you get your annual profit. And then I obviously used what I used to buy the container, and from that's where I got the ROI. I don't know if I'm making sense.
And and where have you considered to advertise your unique offering to get your 50% occupancy?
Where am I going to be advertising? Sorry, I'm just trying to, I'm struggling a bit.
Yes, I was just wondering, have you considered where you would be advertising, and have you considered the cost of the advertising on the various portals for you to get that occupancy?
Yes. I will be doing this on Airbnb. I will also go into bookings.com, but there is also a whole lot of them, like Lekker Slap and I forgot the other one. But there's a few that I thought about. But I have used Airbnb personally, and I'm working on this based on what they charge.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Just got one last question. Is this done in your personal name or a company name or a trust?
This is under the company.
Under a company name. Okay. So the land where you're going to park the container at Hartbeespoort Dam, is that in the name of the company, and you bought the container and everything in the name of the company?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end of our first contestant in Tabi Singh. Please join us next week, Thursday, ladies and gents, where we will be revealing if Ntabi Singh has made it to the next round. Ntabi Singh, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. And yeah, next week we are going to go live again to ensure we announce the judges' decisions as well. So ladies and gents, let me know. I think there's a few of you that are joining us virtually online right now. Just let me know. Number one, what did you think of the Tabi Singh's opportunity? And number two, ladies and gents, is let me know where you are joining me from as we prepare for the last lady that is going to be judged this afternoon, who's going to be Lolo. As she just sorts out a few things, we're going to bring her on shortly. But let me know down below in the comment section, what did you think of Ntabiseng's opportunity? And number two, yeah, what you thought of Ntabiseng's opportunity, and number two, where you are joining us from as well. Cool. So let's see. I've got a comment from Cheap Stay Accommodation that says, Anzu, Daniel, please contact regarding some ideas we want to run past you. So I'll talk about how you can get in touch. But I see Lolo is still not in the back, and we can't bring her up, ladies and gents. So unfortunately, it will only be Ntabiseng that gets judged. And I'd like to start off wrapping up since Lolo is not in. Ladies and gents, you can also join the Investor of the Year Awards by scanning the link on your QR code. If you do want to be part of the session, to be judged, I want to bring on the judges once more. Number one, to thank them and to let you guys know where you guys can find them down. Also, if you need any help, so with maintenance, if you need lifestyle services, how you can go about getting the help from the judges as well. So we're going to start off with Colette.
Hi. Unfortunately, we didn't see Lolo's deal. I would have liked to see that, but technology is not our friend today. For those who want to reach out to me, I am at Bruno Samao. So that would be my email address is colette@brunosamao.law.co.za, and I am available on WhatsApp most of the time. So yes, but thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you so much. So we're going to go to Marissa Robos next.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. This was a very interesting concept. I wish you well, but there are a few things you need to think about, and I urge the property investors, reach out to the professionals in the SAPN team. Reach out to Saskia to make sure all the zoning and everything is in place. Reach out to myself for a pre-purchase inspection, run anything like water or whatever legalities or fire or whatever by me. Reach out to Colette, make sure all your structures are in place and that you actually know that your deal is going to go forward and that you are going to make the highest profit possible. So we are here to assist you.
Thank you so much, Marissa. And then lastly, Estiani.
Yeah, so well done to everybody that's taking a leap and a step towards property investment in whichever way. It looks different for each and every person. But well done, Ntabiseng. I think it's always very interesting to see how people do try and think out of the box and try and find solutions, to problems or everyday problems, specifically in the real estate world. So well done. I'm looking forward to seeing, what the other entrants have to offer, and all the best. And obviously, if there's any information that could help any of the investors in terms of understanding investment opportunities in the areas that they want to, develop those opportunities, please reach out to us at Lifestone. I'm sure there's data that can help you to achieve the metrics that you're trying to achieve on your development. So, all the best, and good luck to each one of the entrants.
A special thank you once more from us to all of our judges. Ladies and gents, in wrapping up, like I said, you too can enter the competition. All geared towards September right now. Please do scan your QR code. We are going to get Lolo to redo her judging session on the next round one judging. I know she is quite disappointed, but because of technology issues, we could not go through opportunity. And ladies and gents, like I said earlier, the main prize for the competition this year is 100,000 Rand in cash. You get your chance to win it all if you are the overall winner. There's a few other things you can win that I'll talk about. If you are watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, please drop us a like. Number one, comment, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel for those of you that are joining us on YouTube. on Facebook, please do give us a follow at the Investor of the Year Facebook page. You can scan the QR code on your screens right now to follow the page and keep informed with every single thing that has to do with the Investor of the Year competition. For anyone that would like to be a judge and sponsor for the actual competition, ladies and gents, and have your brand associated with industry-leading players in the property sector, from Lightstone to Absa Bank to BSA Law, ladies and gents, please email alani@sapropertynetwork.com for any single questions you have on how you can join the actual competition. I know there's a few people that did want to be a partner in the comment section down below. I think cheap stay accommodation, you can email alani@sapropertynetwork.com. And she would be the perfect person to have the conversation with. But ladies and gents, from me to all of you, see you all next week from 1 till 2, where we're going to have Beyond the Deal podcast with a special guest that we will be announcing to all of you. And join us next week to find out if Ntabi Singh made it to round number 2. For me to all of you, ladies and gents, see you next week. Enjoy your long weekends and travel safely to all of you.